Hi, good evening. Welcome to our Filipino orientation. My name is Chrisma, and I'm one of the volunteers of Banyuhay, Aotearoa. But before anything else, let's start with Akarakia.
He karakia tīmatanga me te whakakapi kaupapa. Kia taunga manakitanga a te mea ngaro, ki runga ki tēnā o tātou. Kia mahea te hua mā kihikihi, kia toi te kupu, toi te mana, toi te aroha, toi te reo Māori, kia tūturu, ka whakamaua kia tīnā, hui e, taiki e.
Naway ang lakas at buhay na taglay ng ating mga ninuno. Bawat isa ay nasa atin. Alisin ang mga hadlang sa ating landas upang manatiling mahalaga ang ating mga salita, espiritual na kapangyarihan, pag-ibig at wika habang buhay na matatag, taimtim at nauunawaan at tuloy-tuloy tayong magkasama.
Hi! Salamat sa pagsama sa amin ngayong gabi. Alam ko it's a Saturday night and lahat tayo may kanya-kanyang plano but you're here with us tonight. Ngayong gabi, sasamahan tayo ni Attorney Maricel Voyshada. She is the principal and director of Law Space, which is a law firm in Auckland. So, yeah, I'll give the floor now to Attorney Maricel para sabihan sa atin kung paano tayo makakaiwas sa migrant exploitation. Attorney? Hi, Attorney.
Hi, good
evening.
Yeah, let me start by greeting all the mothers in advance. Happy Mother's Day for tomorrow. Yeah, thank you so much for having me. And I am truly blessed to be able to present today. And the topic that we have today is about migrant exploitation. Now, I'm not sure how we're going to go about this. Are we going to do just a full presentation or how is it going to happen? Jess.
Yeah, I think we can go through your slides para meron din silang
okay.
reference.
So
yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
All right. Okay, so I think the topic is very timely. So you know how there's a lot of things happening at the moment in terms of migrants coming in, workers coming in, and a lot of them experiencing hardship. Ngayon, a lot of the people are kind of confused kasi iniisip nila, teka, what is really the definition of a migrant exploitation? Does it mean na pagka nasigawan na ako, is it migrant exploitation na ba? Is it, kung hindi ako sisweldohan, is it migrant exploitation ba? Kung the employer would ask me to do, some personal stuff, is it migrant exploitation? So tonight's presentation is about that. So we'd like to understand what really is migrant exploitation. So next slide, please. Okay, so covering today would be the definition of the migrant exploitation. What are the common types? Ano ba yung iba-ibang klase? And then the number 3 is how to report it to the authorities, how to report it to the people that you know, to your family, to your friends, to your, any support. And number 4, which is very important, is how to stay safe. And again, I'm going to be touching on as a last part would be about migrant exploitation protection work visa. Okay, so what is migrant exploitation? Migrant exploitation, it happens when an employer takes advantage of a worker, okay, or treats them unfairly. Ngayon, normally there's a harm. The harm could be, as what is stated in the slides, would be, it could be money, you're not being paid properly. We have seen so many things in the news, di ba? Inaano nila na, okay, I've worked for 40 hours, I'm only being paid, sometimes the worst is they're being paid below the minimum. Okay? So that's again, that's the first thing that you would, as a worker, an indication. Teka, bakit parang hindi ako binabayaran ito? Okay? Or nakalagay sa kontrata ko is XYZ. Okay? Sabihin nakalagay doon is $25 or $30, but then when they calculate, oh no, because we cannot afford to pay you like that. Ngayon, ang sasabihin ko po sa inyo, wag na wag. Okay? So again, that is an unfair treatment to you. And then social issues. We have seen, and I have known of some people who are being isolated. Wag ka makipag don't interact with other people kasi the reason for that, it's a red flag kasi they don't want you to talk to other people kasi that's when you would find out na, ay teka, mali pala yung ginagawa sa akin. And tayo mga Filipino, medyo kaya-kaya natin to, physical stress. But again, there is such a thing as too much. So are you being work for long hours? Mamaya, not being given a day. Okay? And as well, tinitreaten ka. Okay? It gives you, kasama yung pag-threaten sa'yo na, ay, pagka hindi mo will take sponsorship. Or pag hindi ka sumunod, isus sa Immigration New Zealand, a basis is that you are in land, everybody should be I'm not sure if I'm there kasi parang nawawala. Is that okay now? So again, the employer treated with your respect. The employer should give you serve. The employer should be paying you with kindness and
All right, attorney, I think we should have a little break. Medyo nawawala. We'll be back in a few minutes with you guys. Alright. Thank you for the patience.
Yeah.
Patuloy tayo, attorney. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's something to do with the connection. Again, by and large, what is migrant exploitation? If you are treated unfairly, you being pressed with so many work hours, you're being isolated, you're being threatened emotionally, sometimes even physically, and you're not, you would feel that something is wrong. And normally, kung meron kang nararamdaman, talagang something is in the offing. Ngayon, ano ba yung mga common types of migrant worker exploitation? So one is, next slide please. Your boss, um, I think we have done that. So again, you had to pay for money. Okay, karamihan, obviously we want to be in New Zealand, pero at the expense of, I will give you a job, but you need to pay me money. Okay, again, please do not fall for this trap. Kasi a lot of our workers who are desperate to come to New Zealand is iniisip nila, no, it doesn't matter, magbayad na lang ako. Number one, you cannot pay for your job. One, it's unlawful. And there's also a declaration that should be done by your employer and by yourself na hindi mo binibili yung trabaho mo. Now, if somebody offers you for a job and ang kapalit nun is that you pay for it, again, chances are you will be exploited. And then the other thing would be yung tinatawag na money go round. An employer would be paying you certain amount because that's what you have put into your immigration application, but then you'd have to pay it back, okay? Or you have to give it back a portion of it, okay? And the next type would be the employer would be asking you to buy your own tools. Yeah, I think I really apologize for the people who are watching us. I think it has something to do with my connection.
All right. I'm really sorry, guys. Ayusin lang namin sandali. We'll be back with you again para mas maganda yung usapan natin. Thank you so much. Hi, attorney.
Hi, everyone. We're
Kamusta?
back.
All right. Okay.
Correction. Uh, I really feel for people who are watching us. This is a really important topic, but probably the connection. Ngayon, would it be okay if probably I would remove my cam, tapos we'll just have the slides and we'll check how it's gonna work, and then I would just go back for the question and answer. Kasi parang feeling ko I couldn't.
All right. Sure. Yeah. Let's do it po. Thank you.
Ganun, we'll do that. I don't know if it's gonna help or what. All right. So, okay. So, again, going back, I hope this time it's going to be better. And I really apologize for the people who are watching. Pati ako, I'm being distracted because I couldn't see what's in front of me. And I know everybody would like to go ahead, and especially those people who probably watching us, yung mga nanonood sa atin ngayon. Alam ko kaya kayo nanonood ngayon kasi in one form or another, you might be thinking whether or not you or kilala nyo are probably being exploited. So it's really an interesting topic, and I just do apologize kasi medyo pangit ang connection natin. So going back, ano ba yung if I am gonna be duplicating what I said because I didn't really know kung saan yun na-pick up. So one, ulitin, if you have been offered a job pero may kapalit na fee, again, that's a red flag. I know a lot of us, a lot of the Filipinos would to New Zealand o kahit na nandito because of the desperation. I will tell you, do not, gusto kayong i-employ nung employer, they will pay you and they will not ask money from you. Okay? And then, it also shows number 2. If your employer would say, "Oh, balik mo sa akin yung binabayad ko." Okay? In part or in full. Again, flag yun. Kasi bakit? 'Di ba? If you're being paid as to X amount of money na ilibre sa'yo, for example, accommodation, because we are already paying you X amount of money, then understandable yun. Pero if you would have to, because are gonna be probably this happens to some workers na ang employer provide accommodation. Kasi, syempre, they're providing the accommodation at yung normal employment naman, hindi naman libre, di ba po pwede yun? Pero, again, that is unlawful. And at the same time, pareho kayo, hindi lang ikaw, pati yung employer mo would also liable because they made a declaration to Immigration New Zealand na you are gonna be paid at X amount of money and you should be receiving that. Ngayon, ito pa, common to, naririnig din natin to. If in the, in doing your job, that you would have to be paying for your own tools. Diba? Kasi, ang boss mo, you should be able to provide you with the materials that you will be using kasi otherwise, bakit ikaw ang ikaw ang magpo-provide nun? Or yung iba, I've also seen this, is that pinagbayad sila. These are your work tools, you have to pay me $500, $1,000, $2,000. Again, that is exploitation. Or ito pa, if you're being paid too little, minsan may arrangement pa o babayaran kita ng $200 o $300 every week. Regardless pa kung ilang oras ka na nagtrabaho. Okay? I would understand kung may offset yon. Nagtrabaho ka ngayon, okay? Pero may day off ka, di ba? I think that is Pero whatever should be on your employment agreement or kung ano yung pinag-usapan nyo, at least you have to be paid at whatever is the minimum wage for every hour that you work. Okay? And then next slide. Ito yung very common. Okay? If your boss asks you to lie about the hours you work, minsan sasabihin nila, okay ha, we will put it at 30 hours, pero you would have to work for 45 hours. Okay? Or you would say, is not is this position. Okay? Pero hindi naman yan yung ginagawa. I know I've been dealing with immigration with my 22 years. Marami sa ating mga bayan be working very long hours without breaks. Natatakot sila, hindi na sila suportahan, baka hindi sila bayaran, baka hindi na sila sponsoran, or, di ba, they won't even get any days off. Ngayon, you should be paid on public holidays and you should have your annual leave. Okay? And the other thing is, next slide please. Another form of migrant exploitation would be if you are being lacked, okay? The employer's isolating you. Ako noon, it doesn't happen in New Zealand because we're so small. You know, but I've heard, okay, first horror stories. Okay, yung iba will be given a position and hindi pa ito masyadong lumalabas, okay, out in the open, at sinasabi na ito ang trabaho mo, okay, pero hindi ka pwedeng lumabas, hindi ka pwedeng mag-day off, okay, kasi kailangan, alam mo yun, hindi ka pwedeng makihalubilo sa iba, hindi magtataka ka. And then when you ask that person, alam mo yun, they're working on domestically and more than what they should. Okay, they would obviously some occasions probably that it's it's part of the job and you're also being paid for that. At saka depende dun sa usapan nyo. Pero if the person, the employer would isolate you, okay, tapos will be asking you to do, a different part of your job. For example, like in the slides, cleaning their house, unless, okay, nakalagay doon, office work ka, pero pakilinis yung bahay ko. Again, that is an exploitation. I would probably, sige, okay, maglinis ka, only if the person is on open work visa or, with the same employer, but you are being paid and you know that, you're contracted to do that. But for you to be able to, do another job which is completely different, it's a migrant exploitation. And ang karamihan dito is you being threatened. Okay, they will call Immigration New Zealand. Okay, they will threaten you na, sige, mawawalan ka ng visa, ipapadeport kita. So all of those things. Ngayon, we going to the next one. And this we have seen is that there are some workers who are living in a very poor living conditions. Okay? Yung mga, I think we just had a case recently, di ba? Yung mga nakatira lang sila sa mga garage, o kaya overcrowded sila, o kaya, it's not even suitable kasi walang heating, okay? Walang proper ventilation. And then, in line with this is that they're not only threatening you, okay? They also try to hurt your family. And then, merong mga deductions, and I've heard this firsthand, na parang, meron kang ginawa, sige, dahil hindi maganda yung performance mo, I will deduct 10 hours, we will not pay 10 hours of your time. Again, that is wrong. And then ito, akala ko hindi nangyayari ito sa New Zealand, but it happens that some employers are keeping the passport. Okay? Kasi inaano nila, and if an employer would be asking you to surrender your passport, magtataka ka, bakit niya kailangan kunin ang passport ko? So, kung meron kayong kaibigan, number one, ang passports natin is owned by the Philippine government. Okay? Nobody should be, kahit ikaw, hindi mo pag-aari yung passport mo. Okay? You are just given the right to use it, okay, for your travel, etc. So, nobody can take it away from you. In fact, pwedeng i-revoke yun if the government would revoke your passport. So, bakit kung ang gobyerno merong power para gawin yun, ngayon, it would also show na walang power yung iyong employer to keep your passport. alam mo bakit nila tinatago yung passport mo? Because they're so afraid that one, you would go to the authorities, two, you're gonna leave them, and three, possibly you would be looking for another employment. At ito ang nakakalungkot, the next one. People who are using their power, or the employer using their power to sexually abuse people. I think I've only encountered twice in my profession na employer are inciting yung parang sexual favors. Why? Kasi they feel that they own you because they sponsored you. Nakakalungkot. Pero alam mo, it happens. The first time that I heard somebody say that to me, na medyo may ganon, at saka medyo merong inappropriate na request o mga hawak, okay? Again, it is exploitation. Or, pwede rin naman, they provide you with the housing, okay? Pero, ang ano nila doon, they charge you too much. Diba? So, parang, sige, dito ka na sa akin. Or, you don't even have a option to choose your own housing. Kasi sinabi, we provide with housing, tas dito ka, would also be seen as migrant exploitation. Now, what do you need to do? The next one. When you are in the situation that I have mentioned earlier, what you could do is to ask for help. Wag po kayong magdududa na, naku, walang makikinig sa akin, naku, walang maniniwala sa akin, or sensitive ba ako? O ang iisipin nyo is that kapag nagsumbong ako, naku, baka ma-deport ako. Karamihan yung ganyan. Sinasabi ng tao na, ayokong mag-report kasi ayokong ayokong mawala ng visa. There are different government agencies. There's so many tawag nito, organizations like Banyuhay Approach, kung nyo man, okay? Ngayon, kung ayaw nyo mag-report directly sa police, go get in touch with authorities, o kaya sa simbahan, o kaya yung kapwa Pilipino, sabihin nyo lang, I think, wag kayong wag yung i-profile yung sarili nyo kagad. Sabihin nyo, ay, hindi ako marunong mag-English. I couldn't speak, I could not express myself fully in English. So ayoko na lang mag-report, baka, balikan ako ng employer ko. There are so many organization, and as what we have posted in the slides, you could call this number 0800-200-088 and sabihin mo sa kanila na, I wanna speak to somebody who could speak Tagalog. Kailangan ko po na, kaya Bisaya or Filipino. And then again, if you think you are in immediate danger, again, I've got some experiences with clients na tumakbo, okay? Talagang literally tumakbo. Don't hesitate to call 111. Okay? And minsan, ang natin doon is that ayoko mag-report kasi ayoko may police, baka ako magkaroon ng kaso. Do not, kasi they will investigate. Okay? And then, there's nothing that prevent you from reporting your employer. Okay? With you reporting to employer, you could directly report to Employment NZ, to organizations sa Banyuhay, Migrante, and then you could also get in touch with Immigration New Zealand. Okay, so I think the next slide would be, we're gonna talk about immigration later, but how to keep yourself safe. Again, do not pay for a job. It's illegal. Simply put it, walang placement fee ang New Zealand. Okay? I know some in the Philippines would go and say, no, this is not placement for administration. This is for professional fee. Ngayon, ang mo doon is that, is it the same person who's offering you the job? Bakit kaya ang bayaran? I would understand kung magbabayad ka sa migration agent mo for the professional fees. Pero nung magbabayad ka ng sobra-sobra because a person has promised you for a job offer, please do not do that. Kasi, ang ano doon is that, as I revert back to my first explanation, is that kung yung employer mo really wants to employ, hindi ka babayarin. Kasi ang mangyayari doon, employment is an exchange of your time, and then with your salary. Mayroong papagawa sa yung employer mo, babayaran ka nila ng dapat tama kasi nag-provide ka sa kanila ng service. You are basically a service provider. Okay? Ngayon, the other thing is, marami din false promises. Okay? Employer would say, tutulungan kita ng residency, basta tulungan mo lang ako. And, I know a lot of employers who are genuinely wanting to help you. Pero, meron din mga employers, and I have seen this to 22 promises. Okay, ngayon, saka na, or, sorry, hindi na. Ngayon, hanggang malapit na mag-expire ang visa mo, di ba? Hindi mo na alam ang gagawin mo kasi you dependent on the false promise. Ganun din, and I'm sorry to say, even agents or some lawyers would say, dito ka mag-intay, or and would spot on a lie, or spot if it's too good to be true, normally it is, it is. Or lalong na ito ang sinasabi, if overseas interviewed by the employer, paano ka magkakaroon ng employment? O kaya sabihin nila, basta magbayad ka lang, magkaka-visa ka na. Ngayon, you have right, o yung mga kamag-anak niyo who are being promised by overseas agents, even lawyers, ang would be, you have the right to basically, ask for a second opinion, okay? Or you could check, you could email, you could call, or maraming paraan. We've got the technology, okay? Huwag lang yung katulad ngayon sa akin, yung technology nga, but my connection is failing, okay? And again, the site, including Immigration New Zealand, provides you tips on avoiding scams. Ngayon, na we have to be realistic na New Zealand visa, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a guarantee that you get your residency. Okay? Because some people doesn't have enough eligibility or doesn't meet the 100% requirements to be able to apply for residency. And ngayon, kung ang end goal mo is to get residency, first, you probably get an advice, okay, with somebody who's, that you feel and comfortable with. And then tell them, you know what, I only want to go to New Zealand kasi gusto ko to establish a residency. At saka pag yung tao obviously saying to you, ay madali lang yan, ay okay lang yan ganito, without explaining to you how you would qualify, what you need to do, what is the policy that you fulfilled that would enable you to get residency dahil may trabaho ka or dahil maghahanap ka ng trabaho, then that's the only time that you could see fully kung po pwede. Pero dapat bearing in mind na pag nagpunta ka rito, di ba, baka work visa lang, di ba? Okay, next one. Keep your passport safe, and then you keep track of everything that's happening to you. Kung may duda ka na itong employer mo would be too much, exploiting you, harassing you, threatening you, at pace, sigurado naman ang cellphone mo merong camera. Document that. Ngayon, I just wanna warn everybody ha, hindi mo pwedeng i-record ang ang person without the tawag nito, without their approval. Ngayon, you could record them, you could document that, pero not record maliciously. Okay? And then, ang ano doon is, you have to keep yourself safe. Your passports, your documents, and then you keep copies of your visa. And I just want to tell everybody that if you are sponsored by an employer, nothing prevents you from going to another employment as long as obviously you don't breach the terms and terms of agreement, okay, and clauses in your employment. Kasi, di ba, if you need to render, okay, hindi ka pwedeng mag-awol. Kasi, and then, obviously, you cannot just transfer to another employment kung wala kang visa to that employer. Ngayon, next slide. Everybody, all employers must have a written agreement. And even last week lang, I was kind of surprised that some still at this day and age, ang assumption ng workers sometimes is that when they sign an employment agreement, the employment agreement stays with the employer. Hindi po. You have got the right, okay, to request for the copy, and the employer has got an obligation to provide you a written employment agreement. Actually, dapat bago ka mag-start. Kasi that employment agreement would set out the terms and conditions of your employment. At by the letter po talaga, yun ang dapat na susunod. If there's any changes in your employment agreement, then you could have what you call an addendum to that agreement, okay? Or completely, sometimes employers would go and give you a new employment agreement. Pero normally, if you start with an employer, nagkakaroon lang ng addendum, changes. Everything should be written. Everything should be, hindi pwedeng false, promise lang na, o sige, ang position mo ngayon is XYZ. Ang salary mo starting job mo sa employment contract mo ay median salary. Pero pagdating mo, ay sorry, hindi ka pwedeng median. Kasi hindi natin, Ngayon, you have also a responsibility to read and understand your employment agreement. If you don't understand your employment agreement, then ask help. Okay? And then the others here is talking about the wages. Okay? It has to be paid in your account. If you're being paid in cash, make sure that you document that. Tapos yun nga, merong doon. I remember handling a case, I think early this year or late last year, na pinapapasok siya ng kanyang employer. Even the employer knows na hindi pa siya pwedeng magtrabaho and was forced to. Ngayon, it ended up that dahil pumasok siya at wala pa siyang visa doon, nagkaroon siya ng problema, nagkaroon siya ng breach with Immigration New Zealand, and hindi siya na-renew. Okay? Ngayon, hindi dahil sinabi ng employer mo na gawin mo ang isang bagay is that you will do it. Obviously, if it's against the law, if it's illegal, and if you know that you're being exploited, you're being harassed, please stop doing it. Okay? Ngayon, itong photos, recordings, and videos showing unfair treatment, I know our team put it there, but again, you cannot just put it out in social media, ha? Okay? Meron tayong, rules about that. So, you cannot just put it at mag-viral siya. Okay? Kasi, there could be some, tawag to repercussions. So, I caution you guys not to do it. If you are gonna take some videos or recordings, that should only be in private unless obviously you ask for approval, which unlikely that they will give. And the next slide, we're going to be talking about the migrant exploitation visa. And ngayon, number one, if you are in a situation, the first thing, as I mentioned earlier, is to keep yourself safe. Okay? Manghingi ka ng tulong sa dapat hinga ng tulong. We got so many people in the community helping, and it's amazing how, through the 22 years, I have seen that there's so many organizations and even individuals who are happy to help you. Ngayon, the second step is that, lalong-lalo na kung ikaw naka-work visa, okay, and then it's with a specific employer, what you need to do is basically to report. I think I'm going on, okay? So dun muna tayo sa kabila. This to report, okay? To Immigration New Zealand. Okay. When you report to Immigration New Zealand, it doesn't mean that your immigration would immediately stop the employer, because it has to go through a due process. Okay? Ngayon, when you do report that, okay, it would only be through online. And do not be afraid. It could be online, or it could be using the phone. Okay? And then you just tell them exactly what you think is happening. So if you would say sa kanila when you report na, I think, okay, I believe that I am being exploited because, don't make it too complicated. One, I'm not being paid on time. I'm not being paid for my overtime. I'm being treated unfairly. There is physical abuse. There's verbal abuse. I just remembered one client. Verbal abuse. Tama yung pasahod sa kanya, pero pinapahiya siya, sinisigawan siya. That's also a form of exploitation. And you report that as soon as possible. Ngayon, if your safety, kung may immediate threat sa'yo, as I discussed earlier, apart from reporting with Immigration New Zealand, you also have to report it with the police. Kasi your safety is very important, more than your visa. Okay. Ngayon, so ang mangyayari dito is, why do you need to report that? Kasi dito tayo nandito sa slides natin. Kasi if you report that, then you have a fighting chance, okay, that you are now protecting your visa status. Kasi, what they will do is, pag ni-report mo yun, they will assess that. And on their assessment, they would say, your report is valid. We'll look into it. Yes, you qualify kasi meron silang requirement kung ano yung what qualifies as exploitation or not, as I've explained earlier. Ngayon, ang kagandahan dito is that frees you up from the anxiety na, nako, baka ma-deport ako, nako, wala nang kakainin ng pamilya ko, kasi you could now apply for what you call a migrant exploitation work visa, which would allow you to leave the job, stay legally in New Zealand. It's an open work visa, okay, for 6 months. Okay? Then meron ka ngayon opportunity within the 6 months to, one, and which should be your priority, to look for your next employer. Okay? You don't waste the 6 months. Doon ka pa lang sa 3rd month, 4th month, 5th month, or even other people would go sa 5th and 6th month lang sila naghahanap ng employer. Use that to position yourself so you could be in a regular work visa. When I say regular, at this stage is accredited employer work visa, AEWV. Okay? Pero when you report that and you fulfill the requirements, then what's going to happen is they will be giving you a 6 months work visa. Ngayon, team, I couldn't see what's on the thing, and I hope I'm not breaking up. Okay, but from my side, I couldn't see anything. So again, how do you apply for this? You report the exploitation. Okay, as I mentioned earlier, you do it online. Immigration New Zealand checks on the report, and then they would give you a letter acknowledging. And then second is that they will tell you, okay, you're eligible, and then we're gonna give you a MEPV. Parang nagka-cut off ako, okay? And then basically yun ang and please do not be afraid to get in touch with people who's gonna help you. It doesn't have to be me, it could be anybody, it could be yung nakasabay nyo sa bus, nakasabay nyo sa train, or and sabi ko nga, there's so many, and it's very heartwarming to see there's a lot of Filipinos helping other Filipinos. Okay, so I think this is the presentation, and I hope tatry ko ulit mag-cam, ha. Okay, ayan, ngayon ko lang ulit nakita yung can you see me, guys?
Yes. Thank you so much, attorney.
I couldn't see that. I'm just going on through my own paper. I hope it's very helpful to people. I am just insecure earlier kasi hindi ko nakikita yung camera ko. Hindi ko nakikita kung if you guys, it's just loading. So I hope the last part, I think, was better, di ba? Tama. Oo.
Yes, dami pong natutunan. Lalo na ako, hindi ko alam na meron palang migrant exploitation work visa. So, ang dami kong na-take down notes, and yeah, I'm pretty sure na marami ring na-take down notes sana, or kung yung mga hindi nakanood tonight, pwede nyo siyang mapanood sa YouTube. Just search for Banyuhay Aotearoa. And thank you rin po sa time nyo. Yeah, I think it's time for our question and answer.
Yeah, sis, go ahead. I hope our tech will continue this way.
And oo nga po pala, kung may mga kailangan ng assistance nyo, saan po kayo ma-reach?
Okay, you could just email, or even my actually my Facebook is an extension of my work. You could message me through Messenger, pero I would suggest that you do email us or you text us. It's info@lawspace.co.nz. I think the name by itself is so easy to remember, lawspace. Okay, .co.nz, and you just text us, you call us, okay? Wag po kayo marami po kaming languages sa sa office. Kung gusto niyo mag-Tagalog, okay? Kung gusto niyo we can assist you.
All right.
Kesha.
Yeah, I think may questions na ako nakita kanina. We'll just check. Jess? I think may lumabas na kaninang question.
Tignan ko rin sa okay. I think kasi siguro everybody's is also very busy. Okay, because as I mentioned, do we have questions, or we don't have any questions? I think wala daw.
Wala pa. think naintindihan ng lahat, which is very good. Oh, all right. I think we've got one.
So, Christopher, okay. Legal issues sa trabaho, saan maaari makausap? Again, one, you could direct your inquiry to me, but you could direct your inquiry, guys, through Banyuhay Aotearoa. you could send them an email, and I'm sure the team will be able to send it forward to me. Otherwise, you could send an email to me directly at maricel@lawspace.co.nz. Ngayon, since it's gonna be out in YouTube and our Facebook, siguro ang ano ko na lang dito would be, if you're here, don't wait until it's too late. Kailangan kung meron kayong, alam mo yung pag meron kayong nagging feeling na, teka, in-exploit yata ako, mag-ano na kayo. Kasi, what's the worst thing that could happen pag nagtanong ka? At least kung nagtanong ka, teka, may option ba ako dito? Mamaya o kaya, parang, maybe it's only a misunderstanding with the employer. Minsan, di ba, you're keeping it to yourself. So when you're keeping it to yourself, nagkaroon ka na ng anxiety, nagkaroon ka na ng mental breakdown, alam mo, it's just a matter of you talking to your employer about certain things. Diba? Or kung talagang pressing issues pagtanong ka, then it validates your fear, and then you could do something about it. Okay? Yung iba nga sabi ko, ay, teka, bakit ka nag-resign? Kasi forced resignation daw sila. Sabi ko, ngayon, nag-resign ka. So, merong doon, may mga steps. And again, we have got so many people in the community could help you, and I could help you too. Okay? So, I think that's it. Diba? So, siguro last words na lang. Last words would be, if it's okay to ask for help. Okay? Kung meron kang iniisip na baka may problema ka, pero ina-underestimate mo yung problema mo. Pero hindi ka makawala dun sa nagging thought na baka may problema ka, baka inaabuso ka, baka ine-exploit ka. Talk to somebody. Oo. Tapos yun, pwede mong balikan kami. Tanungin mo lang, tama ba ito? Or, huwag kang matakot kasi bago ka mapadeport. Kasi itong karamihan ng mga tao na, ay nako, ayokong anuhin ng employer ko, ayoko isumbong, ayoko mawawalan ako ng visa, tapos baka mapadeport ako. Yung deportation po is a process. Hindi po pwedeng sabihin ng employer mo, nako, ide-deport kita. It doesn't work that way, kaya wag po kayong maniwala. Okay? So, yun lang. So, yes, ang akasa ng ating mga host, Krishma.
Thank you, attorney. Maraming salamat po sa oras nyo ngayong gabi. I'm pretty sure na busy rin kayo, lalo na Saturday night. And I think hindi ito yung huli nating pagsasama. Magkikita ulit tayo next month for another topic ulit, which is about accredited employer work visa changes.
Yeah. I'm so happy to talk about that. Any other legal issues that you guys, might want to know more about. And siguro natin, we just have to make sure, okay, na yung ating tech ngayon, I would just consider this as parang a bird pains. Okay? Ilang beses akong kasi I haven't done StreamYard. 2 beses ako, and I was really scared. Pina-renew yung password ko with Facebook. Sabi ko, oh my gosh, nasa scam na yata ako or something. But we were there in the end, and thank you guys so much.
It's all right. Yeah. First time ko rin dito. And thank you. So makita-kita po ulit tayo next month. So watch out for our YouTube and Facebook page for announcements. And hingin ko lang din for another minute, ipapalabas namin yung mga upcoming events ng Banyuhay. So, thank you everyone. Sana marami kayo natutunan, and good night. All right?
Good night, everyone. I can't wait to watch the Santa Cruzan. I think you have the Santa Cruzan coming soon.
Yes. We'll have Sabayang Pagbigkas and Santa Cruzan as well. But yeah, ipapalabas namin siya in a few minutes sa slides. Okay. Thank you, attorney.
Thank you. Have a good night, everyone. God bless you.